Today is mine and Chelsea's 2-year anniversary from when we started going out. Happy anniversary, dear. I got you this video blog as a present. I know how to treat the ladies. Manchester has decided to be the coldest place in the world right now. So that's why I'm wearing my lovely, lovely jumper, which I have a big hole in the elbow of. Hey, I remember doing this before. I am sure I've pointed out the hole in this jumper in my video blogs before. Which makes me question how exciting these video blogs really are. I think that's more a judgment on you than it is on me. Something that's kind of cool this week that we have been talking about internally in the site. Justin's going to be starting a new weekly Wednesday feature, which is, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but it's like Wednesday wallpapers or Wallpaper Wednesday, where, because he's a pro photographer who's all like, snapper. I think that's what photographers do. I'm not entirely sure. He's basically going to be taking some of his best game photography and then once a week putting it up on the site so you can use it as a wallpaper, which is pretty cool. He was talking about wanting to put watermarks on, and he kind of pointed out the logo looks a bit naff. This is the dinosaur biting the controller that I made a year and a half ago. It's very interesting to me that it's sort of now that the logo is starting to be dated. I mean, it's gone through a lot of changes, as well as the rest of the site, which I'm sure you are aware of, how we moved from a little angry video blog that was just like, I hate gaming. Now we are moving more into the, well, there's no point whinging about this stuff unless we can actually, try to change it and do it better. And the logo and that whole dinosaur, the dinosaur thing is very cool, and that is staying. I will not let anyone take away that unless they pay me an awful lot of money. I think we are going to start looking again at the logo and the text, because it doesn't really suit the kind of thing that we're aiming for now, which I know a lot of people have been all like, I want the old negative gamer back, you guys are all rubbish. But you kind of have to understand that blogs go through, which I never really realised until I experienced it myself, blogs go through these changes as they change and mature, and as staff come on and some staff leave, and we work out what we like, what we don't like, and blogs do go through these changes, and I'm actually finding it very, very interesting. And obviously, loads of people will want it how it was, and it's like, well, okay, but we don't. So you can go back and just reread stuff from a year ago, and we'll just carry on doing what we want to do and what we think is cool and interesting. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at the logo and sort of designy type stuff. If you are someone who knows about logos and things, do get in touch, because it would be kind of cool to get someone who actually knows what they're doing in to sort of see what they can do with it. Something else I would like to talk about is EuroGamer, which is next weekend, the EuroGamer Expo, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, unlike last year, it looks like most people on staff are either really far away or poor. So, whilst there are going to be a load of Nukezillas, is that our community name? And there is going to be, Pete is going on, I think, Friday and Sunday to cover indie gaming stuff. Gavin, who decided not to apply for press until super late, may be there on Sunday, but he may also not. I may just have to buy him a ticket or something. And I have got passes for all 3 days, but because I do freelance work and all this stuff and I need money and rent and things, I'm probably only going to go down on Sunday. Now, if I am there on Sunday, and if Gavin is there on Sunday, and if Pete is there on Sunday, then we will be doing a new NZcast there and then, which will be fun, which you are welcome to come and join us with. We'll just basically be talking about everything. Yeah. And finally, this pie chart, which is the results of a poll that went up on Wire, which basically said, how do you want Wire to make money? The gist seems to be that half the people who replied said, standard web adverts, totally fine with me. Just stick an advert on there and it's good to go. What percentage is that? About a fifth of people said, yeah, you can put sponsored posts on there. So it's like a sponsored post that sits at the top for 24 hours. I'm going to start playing around with that. I'm not sure that's particularly viable. People will actually do that until we are like getting more traffic, though our traffic is up 136% on last month, which is pretty good. Though interestingly, the number of votes cast on a daily basis has almost no correlation to the number of people who visit the website. Like last week, we were getting loads of votes, and it was like there was hundreds of votes going up every day. For the last week, it's been much, much lower, but traffic has kind of carried on level, if not rising up, which is very interesting to me because we don't use user-submitted content. It's very interesting to see. I think it's basically when it is a slow news week or something, then because you guys who use Wire have taste, you're just like, well, this is rubbish, I'm not even going to waste my votes on this. And so it goes down, which I think is very interesting. Well, I think that's very interesting. And yeah, so that's basically everything. I've been reading a lot about startups and entrepreneurship and government grants for small companies, so you can be expecting Wire to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm just this one guy working in this chair. So if you have suggestions, even if you think they're ridiculous, then post them in comments or whatever. And I think I'm gonna head off. Gonna make my lovely girlfriend some food for lunch, and then we're gonna go shopping and attempt to find a cupcake shop somewhere in Manchester. Apparently they exist. So that's what we are doing this Sunday. What are you up to on Sunday or Monday? For those of you who always check this video on Monday, because I've noticed there's actually quite a large set of people who only watch this video on Monday. So what are you doing on Monday or Sunday?